If LeBron James joins the Dallas Mavericks with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving, I guarantee you he's going to win not only one, but two NBA championships. We're live from the First Star Logistics Studio. And on this segment, we'll be talking about the potential of LeBron James joining Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. Evan, I've got to hear your thoughts on this potential union, I guess.
Coming out swinging with the heater. I'm gonna throw a little cold water on the argument, I guess. I'll play devil's advocate. I don't like it, Malik. And the reason I don't like it is because I see Luka a lot like I see LeBron, in the sense that how is the best way to win with them? It's surround them with lots of slashers and spot up shooters and good defenders, and let them create, let them do what they do, going at the basket, setting up their teammates, elevating everyone around them. When you have that many people on your team that are ball dominant, Kyrie Irving, ball dominant, Luka Doncic, ball dominant, LeBron James, ball dominant. And that's not to say that these guys can't function in the offense off ball. It's not to say that they can't knock down shoot up jumpers and LeBron can't cut it. Maybe he can't do it at the rate or the quite the explosiveness that he once did, but he can still knock down 3-pointers. Kyrie can knock down 3-pointers. They can play a little off ball, do a little pick and roll action. Like that's definitely on the table, but you're diminishing what you get from these guys by doing that. When you're putting them off the ball, when you're putting them off to the side, because again, what makes these guys great is how well they can create for other people, how well they can see the floor and elevate these people around them. And I feel like you lose out on 10% of what you get from these guys, or what they could be, or what they can offer when you take the ball out of their hands and put them in that off-ball spot. So just from that perspective, I didn't like adding Kyrie to Luka for that reason, and adding LeBron to that as well. I feel like you get a big log jam. LeBron and Luka were both in the top 10 in usage percentage last season, and Kyrie was not far behind them. I mean, you're talking about 100% of the touches are already, I think you're over 100% of a team's touches just between the three of them. So there's still the rest of the team to be taken care of. Obviously, you know, there's going to be a little bit of cohesion and give and take and all that, but I can't imagine, man, is it LeBron? Does LeBron take the backseat to Luka and Kyrie Irving and just say, hey, I'll be the veteran. I'll be the Chris Bosh of the Mavericks? I don't know, man. That's a lot of big personalities. What do you think?
I stand by what I said in the opening of this. I think that would be it would be interesting, right? Because
it'd be
all three of these guys,
TV.
right, 100%. All three of these guys require the ball in their hands. All three of these guys are playmakers. It's about who's willing to sort of play that third fiddle, not second fiddle, right? Because it'll be three of them.
Off ball a little more.
And I think you have a decision to make. The cool thing about them is all three of them can sort of run the offense for you.
Right.
Right. Who's more suited for that facilitator role is the question I need to ask you guys. And for me, I think it might be LeBron.
I was going to say it's LeBron, because I think Luka has more of the cold-blooded Kobe scorer mentality than LeBron ever had. And that's not to obviously diss anything against what LeBron does. He just scored in different ways, right? He was, I'm going to be the freight train. I'll knock down the spot up threes and I'll do my dribble back every once in a while, but I am an unstoppable human being going to the rack. It was just obviously different. But yeah, I think Luka has a lot more of that scorer potential. Is he willing? So here's the tough part about being off ball, right? And this is the stuff you don't necessarily always see if you're not looking for it, or, you know, it's off screen, whatever else. If you're off ball trying to get open, you got to be running.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Like all the time. With Klay Thompson, that's one thing he does so damn well, where that dude is just moving all the time. Pin downs, backdoor screens, everything. You're going to have to do that to get open. It's going to be that. People aren't going to leave Luka wide open, you know, to go help defense on someone else. So whether Luka would be interested in just running around like a chicken with his head cut off for 20% of the game while LeBron or Kyrie kind of maybe not. I don't know. But that's the tough part, right? Is because these personalities are all so big and so unique that the three of them coalescing in a way that,
say that word again,
coalescing,
Ugh,
coming together, just real
dropping
nice,
those
just real
words.
nice, just butter in your ears. You know what I'm saying? No, I think that's such a tough ask of any of them,
So
man.
I might have an idea. I have an
Okay,
idea,
lay it
sort
on
of
me,
a little bit
lay
of
it
an
on
idea. So the one issue here is LeBron is old, right? LeBron is much older now. LeBron burns out by the fourth quarter at this point. What's a way that we can sort of, not we, I'm talking like we're the Mavericks, but what's just a way that you can sort of maximize LeBron throughout an entire game? And the cool thing about both of all three of these guys is they all can run the offense at different points. Now you have to ask yourself this question: who's more effective at running the offense, especially in to close out the game, if you will? It'll be very interesting to see LeBron in an off-ball role where the game's on the line and maybe you put the ball in Luka's hands in the fourth quarter.
I was gonna say, I think it's Luka, man.
Maybe you let Luka be that cold-blooded scorer, because we both know LeBron ain't got the legs to go the entire game and be that spot up. Nonetheless, am I trusting LeBron to be a spot up 3-point shooter
It
or a
kills
spot?
me that he just doesn't have the lift that he used to, man.
He doesn't have
the
it.
juices, man.
It sucks that he waited so long in his career to develop a 3-point shot, and now all of a sudden it's falling off a cliff. But here's the cool thing: maybe you do something unique, like you let LeBron start the game facilitating like in the first quarter, right? And then you give LeBron like his little bit of a rest in like the second quarter. And this is us completely just putting things to spitballing fantasy world,
literally
right?
just off the top of your head,
literally, right? But maybe you do something where you let Kyrie and Luka run the offense for like the second quarter, right? And they do their thing that they did last year. We'll see how that works out. The third quarter, LeBron comes back out, and LeBron's facilitating, obviously scoring, doing his part. And then in the fourth quarter, you solely put the ball in Luka's hands. You let Luka be the facilitator. You let Luka be the engine that runs that. Now, I know that sounds very 2K generated. Like, okay, the first quarter's you, the second quarter's you. But maybe that actually works. Maybe that's a way that, listen, because LeBron is going to be, 39? Right? So maybe he doesn't play a lot in the second quarter. He plays the entire first quarter. Barely plays the second quarter. Let Kyrie, Irving, and Luka. The third quarter, LeBron plays like the first half, and then you let Luka sort of run it to close out the game. That could work. I would personally trust that. I don't know if I'm trusting Kyrie Irving.
No,
personally, to run the offense. I think Kyrie's better at just being.
I will trust him to score. I will trust him to score.
You say now you're trusting him to show up.
I don't even know if I can trust him to do that, actually.
But think about that, though.
But no, I agree. So I think, so if you're talking about, let's say these guys are playing 32, 34 minutes a night per game, maybe they're getting 8-10 minutes of rest. If you stagger that to the point where you said, okay, you start, right? And obviously this is just kind of like, all rotations in the NBA are just cookie cutter of like, hey, we've got this idea, and this idea, but you don't go, 10 minutes, call timeout right now. We got to sub at 10 minutes, right? You read the flow of the game, you kind of look how players are playing, and you kind of adjust. But just generally speaking, I like your idea of a rotation where you come in first 7-8 minutes of the game, play them all three together, then sit LeBron, start the cycle where you have two of them out all the time. One guy kind of running the offense, and then they can share that off-ball duty where they say, okay, second run, LeBron to the bench. All right, Kyrie, you can run the offense. Luka can run around, be off ball. All right, 8 minutes goes by. All right, Luka, go take a breather. You've been running around a lot now that you just played off ball. All right, Kyrie, you handle the offense, or LeBron, you just came off the bench, handle the offense, and then Kyrie can run around. And then rotate it like that, and then you have them for another. That gets you to 18-20 minutes right there that you got them cycling.
Something I think that's important about that could be especially important to start the season, because we all know Luka Doncic starts the season a little bit out of shape. You hope that he takes better care of his body this time around, right? But maybe that's beneficial to him. It's funny. That could be beneficial to him to start the season, but it could be beneficial to LeBron to end the season.
Ray Allen needs to talk to Luka Doncic, man. He always used to talk about
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah. No, he was like, I used to eat the McDonald's all the time and stuff. And then he talks about how taking care of his body, man, made him a better player and increased the longevity of his career.
LeBron says he spends millions of dollars a year on his body to make sure he's able to stay up to.
I mean, dude, there's a reason that people don't just play until they're 40. And it's because usually when you're 32 and 33, you can't keep up anymore. So he's 38. there's obviously reasons that guys can survive that
Yeah.
long, whether they're Tom Brady, whether they're, LeBron James. It's
Yeah.
because you're taking care of your body, man.
Hey, man, listen, I'm 27 years old now, man. I could barely play a game.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna start taking better care of myself. Shoot.
It makes you want to do better. Makes you want to
Yeah.
do better.
Back pain will do that too.
So, I mean, listen, I'm of the belief that this matchup could potentially work. I'd like to see them play together. I don't know how realistic it is.
Right.
And you just wonder, man, is this a play to get Pelinka and Jeannie Buss to go after Kyrie Irving? Here's the beautiful thing about the offseason. It's long. It's coming full steam ahead. I'm sure we will get answers to those questions. But for more content like this, if you like what you saw today, give this video a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Turn on post notifications so you guys don't miss when we upload a video.